In 1981, a team of astronomers led by Robert Kirshner pointed their telescopes at a specific patch of sky in the Boötes constellation. They were conducting a redshift survey, trying to map a 3D slice of the universe. They expected to see the usual cosmic web, thousands of distant galaxies lighting up the dark in predictable patterns. Instead, they found a tear in reality. At first, they thought their equipment was malfunctioning. The data was coming back completely blank. But it wasn't a glitch. They didn't find a dead star or a supermassive black hole. They found a 330 million light-year dead zone where the universe just stops. A space where thousands of galaxies should be shining, but there's nothing. It's called the Boötes Void, and according to the absolute laws of physics, it shouldn't even exist. To really get why this terrifies astrophysicists, you have to understand how suffocatingly huge this place is. It takes up nearly 2% of the diameter of the entire observable universe. Our Milky Way is massive, right? About 100,000 light-years across. You could take 3,000 Milky Ways, line them up edge to edge, and they would easily drop into the Boötes Void and disappear. Let's put it in human terms. The fastest spacecraft humanity has ever built is Voyager 1, currently traveling away from Earth at over 38,000 miles per hour. If you put Voyager 1 on one side of the Boötes Void, it would take it roughly 6 trillion years just to reach the other side. Even if you jumped into a ship moving at the speed of light, the absolute speed limit of reality, you'd fly for 330 million years and see absolutely nothing but pitch black darkness. No gas clouds, no rogue planets, no stars, just the crushing weight of the void. If Earth was sitting dead center in this emptiness, our entire history, science, and psychology would be completely different. You'd step outside at night, look past the stars of our own solar system, and see a terrifying, endless wall of black. We wouldn't have known other galaxies existed. In the 1920s, Edwin Hubble proved the universe was expanding by looking at distant galaxies. But if we lived in Boötes, Hubble would have had nothing to look at. We wouldn't have discovered the outside universe until the late 1960s, when extreme infrared and radio telescopes were invented. For thousands of years, every scientist, philosopher, and religion on Earth would have looked into that abyss and stated as an absolute mathematical fact that we were the only things in the universe. A lonely island trapped under a black, claustrophobic dome of dead space. But the real horror isn't the isolation, it's the math. When the universe expanded after the Big Bang, matter spread out evenly, like a web. Gravity pulled gas and dust together to form nodes. Based on the density of the rest of the universe, a space this incredibly big should hold at least 2,000 galaxies. But after decades of scanning the void with the best tech on Earth, astronomers found almost nothing. They found exactly 60 galaxies. 60 out of 2,000. These are the loneliest places in existence, locked in eternal, solitary confinement. But the creepiest part is how they behave. These 60 galaxies aren't scattered randomly. They are arranged in a bizarre tube-like formation running straight through the center of the void, and they are highly active. Because they are completely isolated, they are pulling in the undisturbed, pristine hydrogen gas left in the void, birthing new stars at a strange, accelerated rate. They are literally feeding on the graveyard around them. Finding 60 galaxies in a space that massive is like flying over New York City and finding a perfectly circular 10-mile-wide patch of completely empty, barren dirt right in the middle of Manhattan. Nature doesn't make perfect holes like that. Something had to clear it out. Science has 3 main theories for what happened to the missing 1,940 galaxies, and every single one is deeply unsettling. Theory 1 is the cosmic tumor. The cosmic web is made of filaments of dark matter, with natural, small, empty pockets between them. Some astrophysicists think that billions of years ago, several of these smaller voids collided. When voids merge, the walls between them collapse. They merge together like a growing infection, creating one giant dead zone. As this super void expanded, its gravitational borders acted like a cosmic snowplow. It violently pushed all the galaxies away, erasing mass and leaving a barren wasteland in the middle. Theory 2 blames the invisible monsters of space, and it introduces a terrifying concept: the Great Repeller. We only see about 5% of the universe. The rest is dark matter and dark energy. The Boötes Void might not be empty space at all. It could be a massive, invisible engine of dark energy. While gravity pulls things together, dark energy pushes things apart. Scientists theorize that voids act like negative gravity wells. The Boötes Void is so large that the dark energy inside it is literally acting as a repeller, aggressively pushing the local cosmic web apart and blasting galaxies outward into the dark. We're just looking at the footprint of a repulsive force we can't see or control. But Theory 3 is the one that forces scientists to look away from their telescopes, because it leaves natural physics behind entirely and enters the realm of cosmic engineering. Look at the Kardashev Scale. A Type 1 civilization controls its planet. A Type 2 controls its star. A Type 3 civilization is an ancient, hyper-advanced empire that has conquered an entire galaxy. But what happens when an empire that big runs out of energy? They don't stop, they spread. To survive, a Type 3 civilization would build Dyson Spheres, megastructures that completely encase a star, trapping 100% of its light and radiation for energy. Now, imagine an empire born billions of years ago near the center of the Boötes region. As they grew, their population and energy needs multiplied. They expanded outward in a perfect sphere, moving from star to star, galaxy to galaxy, building Dyson Spheres around every single sun they found. They didn't destroy the galaxies, they just turned the lights out. But wait, wouldn't we see the heat? According to thermodynamics, a Dyson Sphere should leak waste heat in the form of infrared radiation. But the Boötes Void is cold. This means if it is an alien empire, they are so incredibly advanced that they harvest 100% of the energy, leaving absolutely zero trace. Or worse, they are consuming the dark energy of the void itself. If an ancient empire is steadily expanding across the cosmos, swallowing every star in its path and hiding them behind impenetrable shields, it would look exactly like what we see right now. A perfectly circular, 330 million light-year expanding hole of absolute nothingness. We wouldn't see their ships. We wouldn't pick up their radio signals. We would only see the crushing, silent darkness they leave behind as they harvest the universe. And based on the size of the void, they had a billion-year head start on us. The Boötes Void is a 330 million light-year scar on reality. Whether it's a terrifying glitch in gravity, an anti-gravity engine made of dark energy, or the expanding border of an ancient alien empire slowly heading our way, it proves one thing: the universe is vastly older, darker, and more dangerous than we can comprehend. And maybe some parts of the dark are better left alone. If you made it through the void, type "alone" in the comments. Subscribe for more cosmic horrors. See you in the dark.